Hello, and welcome to the complete Microsoft Excel Beginner to Advanced course. My name is Kyle Pugh. I'm a Microsoft Office certified expert within Microsoft Excel as well as the other Office applications. I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer with over 18 plus years of live classroom and online training, both through videos as well as live webinars. I want to welcome you to the course. Now, this Microsoft Excel course actually comprises 4 different of my Excel courses. The first section of this course is an Excel Introduction, or the 101 course. This section of the course starts with the fundamentals, the absolute basics, getting in and understanding what Excel is all about, its interface, understanding the different parts of Microsoft Excel. We'll talk about creating spreadsheets from absolute scratch, building them up, entering, editing data, working with formulas to calculate numbers. We're going to create a simple monthly budget spreadsheet during this section. We'll talk about formatting data, making it look good, making it look more presentable. We'll get into various printing options found within Microsoft Excel, making sure that your final product, what you print out from Excel, looks perfect. We'll talk about common Excel shortcut keys that you can use to help you save time and become more efficient as you work inside of Excel. We'll also talk about visualizing data to make your data more readable. Not just black and white text, but let's drop in a pie chart or a column chart to make your data more visual and more presentable. Now, the next section is the intermediate to Excel section, or the 102 section. During this section, we're going to take what we've mastered in the first section in the 101 introduction, and we're going to knock it up a few levels. We're going to get into working with Excel lists or tables, a large set of data. We'll talk about sorting and filtering that data to make it more efficient in finding what you're looking for. We'll talk about specific functions. We'll get into list functions to help you calculate large amounts of data, things like dsum, sumif, and others. We'll talk about adding data validation to your worksheets to ensure that proper data is input and managed within those large sets of data. We'll talk about importing data from other sources, as well as taking data from Excel and exporting that to other systems. We're going to get into one of my favorite features during this section. We'll talk about pivot tables, how you can take large sets of data and quickly summarize that data all through a simple pivot table. And we'll also talk about managing large sets of data. Additional features to help you save time as you work with hundreds, if not thousands, or even millions of records within Microsoft Excel. Now, the third section is going to bring us into some advanced features. We're going to take it up even further than we've experienced up to this point. We'll talk about advanced functions. We're going to get into some very powerful lookup functions through VLOOKUP and index and match. We'll talk about text-based functions to help you manage text values, things like left, right, and mid, search, find, other text-based functions found within and built within the Microsoft Excel application. We'll talk about editing your Excel formulas. You've inherited some work from somebody else, and now you want to audit what they've done. You're getting errors in your formulas, but you're not quite sure why it's happening. We can use the audit formulas command to help us find and resolve those errors. We'll talk about adding worksheet protection to your workbook. Make sure that people are not changing values that they have no business changing. We'll get into the what if analysis tools such as GoalSeek, Solver, and many other features there. We're going to talk about my second favorite feature, maybe my first, kind of closely related to the pivot table as a favorite feature. We're going to talk about macros, and I'll give you a quick introduction during this advanced section. Now, the final section, we're going to take macros and VBA to many new levels here. Ultimately, to save you time and automate tasks that you do inside the Excel application, save you time and money. We'll talk about macro recording. We'll get into creating buttons to build a run automation. We're going to get an introduction into VBA, and we're going to get into the code itself and build procedures and automate from scratch. We'll build user interfaces through VBA user forms, and we'll talk about a specific task of importing data from other file types into Excel and automate that experience all through VBA. This is 4 courses all bundled into one to help you learn Excel, become more efficient as you work inside of Excel, all the way from a beginner level to an advanced level. So again, my name is Kyle Pugh. I want to welcome you to the course and encourage your participation here. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the course.